Hey guys, and welcome to Jurassic Unicast. I'm James, and today I'm going to do a tier ranking of my favourite herbivores. Now, this is a template that's already been made on the website. Go over to Tier Maker. There's lots of other movies. You can find all of the Jurassic Park ones. But this one has already been made with all the herbivores on, so I'm going to do my own version of what I think, just my opinion. Steve's might be different to mine. So I'm going to go through how I rank all of these herbivores in the franchise. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, I'm going to go through the movies, I think. So I'm going to start off with Jurassic Park and then work my way all the way to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm not going to include any Camp Cretaceous. Okay? So let's start off with the first herbivore we see, which is actually the Brachiosaurus in Jurassic Park. For me, this design is the best design of the Brachiosaurus. So it's going to be super class for me. It's not the best image that they've used in this template. There is an image that's close up of the Brachiosaurus, and for me its little black beady eye makes it really cute, and just I just love it. I just think it's great. If you Google the Brachiosaurus from Jurassic Park, you see the beady eye version of what I'm talking about. It's just brilliant. I love it. Okay, so the next one we're going to go for is the next herbivore that we see in Jurassic Park, which is, of course, the Triceratops. Now, it could be there, or it could be there for me. I think I'm actually going to put it up there in super class. Now, I do like the brown coloration that they chose for the movie. However, I know that that is just a mud effect, and they actually did paint the Triceratops almost like a dark grey blue colour. It actually had a really nice pattern on it, and they did ruin that nice pattern they made with this dirt. But then the addition of the dirt, I think, did make the animal feel a bit more real, because they do wallow in dirt and things like that, you know. So yeah, for me, super class is going to be the Triceratops. Okay, so let's go across. There should be, yep, there we are. We've got the Parasaurolophus as well somewhere, I believe. Is there a Parasaurolophus here that is from Jurassic Park? So I believe that one there is for Jurassic World 3, Jurassic Park 3. I'm not sure. I'm going to treat this one like it's the Jurassic Park 3 Parasaurolophus. So we're going to go past the Parasaurolophus for Jurassic Park 1, because it doesn't seem to be there. And we're going to go straight to the Gallimimus. I actually prefer the other Gallimimus, so I'm going to put it in. This is tough because I wouldn't rank them like this. A, B, C, D. It'd be God, awesome, great, addition, yeah, okay, and meh. So they wouldn't be under the meh. I'm going to put these in the B category because they were a great herbivore on screen. One of the most iconic, memorable scenes in Jurassic Park. But they just don't really do much for me in terms of colour, like the patterns. Actually, I'll change my mind. I'm going to put them in A, because when you look at the babies have actually got spots on them. I changed my mind. So whatever I said before, ignore that. I remember the babies do have spots. So if there was baby Gallimimus, they would be higher ranked. So let's go for the... What's next? What is next? Is there anything next after that? I don't think there is. I think the Gallimimus is the last herbivore we see, isn't it? In Jurassic Park. Okay. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to the Lost World. Starting with the Mamenchosaurus. The Mamenchosaurus. It is a... We don't really see enough of it. I think it's a great sauropod. Not up there for me. I think the pattern on its neck, if that is the pattern that they would be using, is would be great if we saw it. I think it deserves to be A class, although it's had no screen time. From the image there, that was from the Stan Winston Studios. I think it deserves to be based on its colour pattern there, because as far as sauropods go, it's quite patterned, and I like that. And it blends in with the Lost World sort of colour scheme. Let's go across. Let's have a look what we got here. We have the Lost World Parasaurolophus, or Parasaurolophus. I am actually going to place this one in the B class. It is my favourite herbivore, but I prefer the Parasaurolophus from the other movies. I'm just wondering, checking it to see if it's actually on here, the one that I like. If it is, yeah, there it is. So that's going to go in B class for me, because it's quite sandy coloured. It's not, you know, out there as far as patterns go, but it's a good scene. I like the dinosaur in this scene. So moving on. So Parasaurolophus is done. Let's go on to the Pachycephalosaurus. Where are you, Pachycephalosaurus? There we go. I actually like this animal. I think it's great. I'm going to put it in the A class. I don't think it's quite super class, but I do think it's a good addition. I remember growing up watching the Land Before Time movies, and God, back in the day, and the Pachycephalosauruses were in those movies. Although they were a lot more aggressive, and I think they were classed as carnivores because they were like actually hunting the baby dinosaurs. But yeah, I've always liked them. The headbutters, always found them quite amusing to watch on screen. Okay, so let's continue on. We have the Stegosaurus. I think this little bad boy is actually going to go up there. I think as far as Stegosauruses are concerned, I personally don't have any issue with the Jurassic World designs of the Stegosaurus. I actually think they're quite nice, and I don't think there's any scientifically accurate proof that they had beaks, so I'm not really fussed about the whole beak situation. But I do like the fact that the tails are in the air, and they just look like an absolute monster, don't they? I just think they're great. The whole scene in the Lost World is superb as well. In the redwoods, just, you know, cinematic bliss, if you wish. Okay, so moving on. We now have... Let's see if there's any other Lost World herbivores. Oh yeah, we have the baby Stegosaurus. For me, not great. Looks fake. Looks a bit chunky. I wouldn't say it's hideous, but you know when you look at an animal and you think, I don't believe that you would be that as a baby. It's cute, don't get me wrong, it's really cute, but I don't know, I'm torn, because I think if this was given a bit more fluidity in movement, it would probably go up here. I'm basing this purely, I'm being really horrible here, I'm basing this purely on the fact that the animatronic is quite dated and looks stiff and not my favourite by any means. Okay, so now we've done the Lost World herbivores, let's move on to Jurassic Park 3. Now, Jurassic Park 3 is always one that kind of, obviously it's a controversial movie when it comes to like many aspects, like story, but some of the dinosaur designs I think are actually really good. However, this one, I'm sorry, but it goes into the D category. It just takes everything you love about the Jurassic Park 1 Brachiosaurus of being some graceful, beautiful looking animal, to just this monstrosity of an animal. It's just, it doesn't even look appealing. The CGI is tosh as well, that doesn't help, but it's just not very, I just don't like it very much at all. I think the green pattern isn't my issue. I just think it just looks like a scary animal. It doesn't look nice at all. Like if this had sharp teeth instead of peg teeth, like you wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me at all if it was some sort of hybrid with sharp, jaggedy teeth. And I think that is the reason why I don't like it. And it's going in the D category. Let's have a look. So we're now approaching, let's have a look, Ankylosaurus. Okay, there is an Ankylosaurus here somewhere. Where is it at? There it is. I actually like this animal. I think it's good. I like the design of it, and it's going to go up here in the A class. It's not going to be under super class, because we don't see enough of the full design of the animal and it in action. But I do really like the little red tinges that it has on its head here. So that's what that is going to be about. So we're going to have, that's going to be there. Let's have a think, shall we? What else have we got here? What other herbivores are in Jurassic Park? Oh, yeah, okay, the Triceratops in Jurassic Park 3. I'm going to put that down here. We don't really see it, if I'm honest, and we only see it from above with the from the aeroplane when they're flying over the island, and it's not set in the world of light. It's a greenish tinge. Based on that picture, it doesn't look as appetizing as this one here. So I think I'm going to put it in the C category for me. Now, this herbivore, the Corythosaurus, one of the amalgam tested animals in Jurassic Park 3, one of the, for those who don't know what the amalgam testing is, it's where they're illegally cloned by InGen, and this comes under that category because it's not on InGen's list, apparently. But I like the design of this. I actually think I might put it up here. It doesn't really get much screen time, but it does when they run into the herd, away from the velociraptors. So I actually think, as far as pattern design wise goes, I think it's great. I like the dinosaur in general. I think it's very duck-like, and I can imagine this guy sitting on a nest or on a water, in a lagoon, swimming around, albeit 45-foot long version. But yeah, but I actually really like this design. I think it's great. So I'm actually going to put it in my A category. I don't know what I would add to it to make it in the super category. maybe more screen time. I think if we saw a bit more personality from this animal, it'd be up here. But for me, it's going to go there purely based on looks. Okay, have we got any more herbivores in Jurassic Park 3? I'm going to have a quick look through. I don't believe we do. I think we're done. Ah, no, I stand corrected. The Parasaurolophus. Okay, this is quite a boring design, same as that one. If I'm honest, I don't think there's much in it. I'm going to put it in the B category. It's my favourite herbivore, so it's going to go there. But my favourite design is coming very soon. It's coming a bit later. So that's where that one is going. Right, okay, so moving on to Jurassic World. Here we have a few more dinosaurs as well as Fallen Kingdom. There's a few more herbivores in this movies. So I'm going to start off with the Stegosaurus. It's not as bad for me as people make out. I love the plates on its back. I think the pattern on them look great. And to be fair, I actually think he looks quite cute. And I like it. So I am going to put it in the A category. As controversial as that may be, I don't care what you think. This is my tier list. So that is where that is going for me. Let's go to Triceratops. I'm not a huge fan of this. I like it better than the Jurassic Park 3 version. But it's only going to go there for me. The blue coloration on the eyes, I've not got an issue with. I think it's the baggy eyes I don't like. They look like... It looks like if this Triceratops here was 30 years older, I think that is what that Triceratops would look like. It looks a bit slower. I'm not a huge... I know they've gone with... They've tried to go scientifically accurate, but there's so many Triceratops specimens with different horns. I think that I prefer the original look of the Triceratops than this look of the Triceratops. It's just my personal preference. However, it is not as bad as this one. So it's going to stay in the B category for me. Let's move on to... where are we? Any more? Is there any more in Jurassic Park? In Jurassic World? Yeah, there is. There we are. We have the Parasaurolophus. Okay. This is my favourite animal, and I love the red skin pattern. I love the animation of this animal in Jurassic World. I think it's brilliant. It's got a very nice dark red stripe on its back, followed by its crest here. And I love the fact you see them fighting in the background in the movie. So if you guys haven't spotted that, wait for Zach and Gray to come towards the camera inside the gyrosphere, and behind them you can just see them fighting in the background. Another little cool addition. So, moving on. What other dinosaurs? Oh, we've got the Jurassic World Gallimimus. I like this one better than the original coloration, so I'm going to put that in super category. I like the fact that their hands are facing inwards a little bit. And you've got, I guess, a nice close-up shot of them. CGI looks much better. Like these ones, their feet disappear and everything. So I know it's old, and I'm not being fair, but everyone else likes ripping Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom for special effects. So I'm gonna rip Jurassic Park when it's not up to scratch. So I think I'm going to put the Gallimimus up into super category. I want to class this as a herbivore because I feel like the Lost World Pteranodon would be a pescivore. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it out because for the majority of the films they've all been classed as carnivores, haven't they? Really, let's be honest. So we have got the Ankylosaurus. I think it's the last one of the Jurassic World movies. Oh no, I've missed the Patasaurus out. How have I missed that out? This is going to go super category. Love Ankylosaurus. I like the red version. I think that might be a male and female variant. If I was to put some money down on it, and just so I think if they Jurassic World made Ankylosaurus as opposed to Jurassic Park and InGen, it would have the red coloration. But I love this version. I think it's good. It blends in with the environment very well. I think it's quite camouflage in like a rocky environment as well, with the lighting scattering on it. It's good. It has a great scene with the Indominus Rex. So yep, I'm going to put that under super category. And just checking there's no more Apatosaurus. There we go. I'm going to put it under A class. I think the pattern on the Apatosaurus could have been better. Like when I look at this pattern on the Mamenchisaurus, if this had more screen time and we saw it up close, it'd be up there. But the fact that the Mamenchisaurus has a better skin pattern than the Apatosaurus, I can't put that up there. However, I do love the animal, and if it had a black beady eye and looked a bit cuter, as opposed to a little bit more less cartoony, then I probably would put it up there as well. So it's going to stay under the A category. Now we're going to move on to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Let's start with the Stygimoloch. Love the Stygimoloch. For me, it's a super class animal. Brilliant scene on screen. It's a nice sized animal. It's not too big, and I think the coloration of the orange, superb, and I love the fact that we call it the Stiggy as a little nickname. So for me, that is a super classed animal. Moving on, so we now have some more Fallen Kingdom animals. I think the next Fallen Kingdom animal is actually the baby Triceratops. I think it's the first time we see the baby. No, it's not. It's the second time. We actually see the baby Triceratops for the first time in the Lost World in one of the cages, but it's so dark you can't really see. I'm going to put this under the A category because we still haven't seen the best of the baby Triceratops yet. Like, I'd love to see a baby Triceratops with another one, maybe having a little head fight, something cute. Like babies do, you know, they fight for dominance and stuff. And I think if I did, I'd put it up there. But for design wise, I think it's okay. Solid A, I think. Yeah, I'll give it a solid A. It's not a bad thing. Then we have the Brachiosaurus from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I am going to put that under... I'm going to put it... Let's put it under... Let's put it B. I don't understand why they changed the design. If you're going to have the same animal that's meant to be the same batch of brachiosaurs, then you shouldn't change the design. They've also got different eyeballs, and I prefer that version. I think I'll put it as a B class. Do I like it as much as a... Yeah, no, I do like it as much as the Apatosaurus. That's a lie. I think that... Yeah, I'll keep it there. I'll keep it under A. As I said, it's not... They could have changed into... I might even change one of these. I'm going to put the Gallimimus back down to B category. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm happy. I'm going to change that and put that there. Okay, so we're moving on to Battle at Big Rock, the last one. We've got the male and the female, and also the baby. Now the baby version, let's start with the baby. Where has it gone? Where have I just lost it? It was just there. There it is. Couldn't find it. Okay, so my baby version is going to go into this category, into A. It's not going to be super. Same as the Triceratops, really. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm going to put it in the super category. Yes, I will. Because it does fight off and survives an attack from an Allosaurus, and it's even got a bit more coloration in its head than the baby Triceratops, and it plays with some campsite food, so it is really cute. I'd take that back. I think it is deserves to be there. Now we've got the male with the big horns. I'm going to give that super category, and I'm going to give the female under the A category. I think they're better than the Jurassic World Triceratops and the Jurassic Park 3 ones. I love the red coloration on their frills and the backs. And the male, I think the male's got bigger horns and looks a bit more scarier, something you don't want to deal with. So for me, that is why that is going there. I realised I've actually forgotten, and someone hasn't added. Oh no, they haven't. I've forgotten the Sinoceratops. I can't believe it. So that's going to go onto my Fallen Kingdom list, and I really like the Sinoceratops. That's going to go in my super class. As far as horned dinosaurs goes, that definitely needs to be in there. So Sinoceratops, definitely super class animal. Fights off a Carnotaurus, and I don't think you can argue with that. I think it's great. I think that is the end of my tier list. Now, if I was to rank these as my favourite dinosaurs in order, forgetting the A, B, C and D class, I would probably go... I think that would go first. I think the Brachiosaurus would go second. Triceratops would go third. Stygimoloch would go fourth. Then I think... I know that Gallimimus would go last. Design. So this is where it's quite difficult. Do I go design or do I go the on-screen? Let's go Ankylosaurus there. I think that deserves to go there. Baby needs to go before there. I think I prefer the Pseudoceratops design to the Sinoceratops. Or do I? I don't know. These two could change depending on my mood. Well, that's an awful shot of that, to be honest. It's not the best example of that dinosaur. You can hardly see it. But yeah, guys, anyway, that is my tier list. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I would like to know in the comments below how you would tier these dinosaurs. Like, write the letter with a dash sign and the names of the dinosaurs and what order you would place them in. I think if Bumpy was to be included in this, I would put Bumpy in the super class and replace the Ankylosaurus and put that down to A class. But other than that, I think we're all done. Thanks very much for watching again, and only one thing left to say. Life will find a way. See you later.